K-pop on the American stage, a win or a loss? Over the past decade, K-pop has broken through global barriers, from Seoul to Los Angeles, from small stages to sold-out stadiums. What once seemed impossible, seeing K-pop idols performing live on American television or at major U.S. festivals, is now a regular occurrence. But lately, there's been one question echoing across the fandom. Is performing on the American stage really a win or sometimes a loss for K-pop groups? Let's talk about that. The rise of K-pop on U.S. stages. There was a time when K-pop artists could only dream of standing on an American stage. The music industry in the West was notoriously difficult to penetrate, especially for non-English acts. But as groups like BTS, Blackpink, Twice, and LE SSERAFIM began gaining international fame, the U.S. entertainment scene finally started paying attention. American shows, award stages, and festivals began to open their doors. Suddenly, K-pop idols were performing at Coachella, the VMAs, Good Morning America, and even the Victoria's Secret fashion show. It was a massive cultural win. K-pop was no longer just a Korean phenomenon, it had become a global movement. However, with this massive exposure came even bigger expectations. The case of Twice's Victoria's Secret performance. Recently, Twice became one of the latest groups to perform on an American stage, this time at the Victoria's Secret fashion show. Fans were beyond excited. Seeing Twice, one of the most beloved girl groups in the world, performing at such a high-profile Western event felt like a moment of victory for K-pop. But soon after the performance aired, the excitement turned into mixed emotions. Online, some viewers began criticizing the performance, saying it lacked energy or that the vocals weren't up to par. Comments like, "They can't sing live," and "This isn't their best performance," started spreading on social media. For international fans, it was disappointing, not because the group didn't do well, but because the narrative shifted so quickly from celebration to criticism. It made people wonder, why do these performances, which usually go flawlessly in Korea or Japan, sometimes fall short on U.S. stages? LE SSERAFIM's Coachella controversy. Twice isn't the only group that's faced this. Earlier this year, LE SSERAFIM's highly anticipated Coachella debut became one of the most talked-about performances online. Before their set, fans were thrilled that the rookie group had earned such a prestigious slot at one of the biggest music festivals in the world. But once again, after the performance, social media was divided. Some praised their stage presence and energy, but others criticized their live vocals and synchronization. The debate became so intense that it overshadowed the group's achievement of performing at Coachella in the first place. The same pattern had happened before. Even Blackpink, who dominated Coachella in 2019 and again in 2023, faced similar scrutiny about whether their performances were up to Western standards. Why do K-pop groups struggle on the American stage? So, what's going on? Why do K-pop idols, who are known for flawless live performances and unmatched synchronization, sometimes struggle when they step onto an American stage? There are a few reasons that might explain it. First, nerves. Performing in front of an unfamiliar audience, where most people aren't fans yet, can be intimidating. In Korea, idols perform in front of cheering fan bases that know every song, every chant, every move. But in the US, they often face a crowd of strangers, or worse, skeptical media critics waiting to judge. Second, cultural and technical differences. K-pop performances are usually optimized for television and fan events, heavily choreographed with precise camera angles and sound mixing. But American stages like Coachella or the VMAs are built for live bands and spontaneous performances. The audio setup, acoustics, and even the audience energy are completely different. Third, jet lag and preparation time. Many of these groups fly across the world just days before their performance. Between rehearsals, interviews, and travel fatigue, it's hard to deliver a perfect show when your body hasn't even adjusted to the time zone. All of these small factors combine, and even the most professional idols can have an off day. The wins we shouldn't forget. While some performances get backlash, others become legendary. Take BTS, for example. Their countless appearances on American stages, from The Late Show with Stephen Colbert to Saturday Night Live and the Grammys, not only impressed audiences, but helped redefine what a non-English act could achieve globally. Then there's Blackpink's 2019 Coachella performance, which broke boundaries and introduced K-pop to an entirely new audience. That stage is still considered one of the biggest turning points in K-pop history. And more recently, Rise earned huge praise for their performance at the Austin City Limits ACL Festival. Despite performing in front of mostly non-fans, their stage presence and charisma won over the crowd, proving that K-pop can thrive in any setting when the energy connects. These examples remind us that while not every performance is perfect, the impact of representation is what truly matters. Cultural differences and expectations. Another factor that often goes unnoticed is the difference in performance culture. In K-pop, precision is everything. Every dance move, note, and outfit is planned to perfection. It's part of what makes the genre so addictive and visually powerful. But in Western performance culture, authenticity and emotion are often valued more than perfection. Slightly off vocals or freestyle moments can be seen as more real. So when a K-pop group performs in the US, audiences might misinterpret their polished stage style as too robotic or rehearsed. Conversely, when a group tries to loosen up to match Western styles, fans may feel they've lost their signature touch. It's a delicate balance, and sometimes that cultural gap becomes a source of criticism rather than appreciation. The true purpose of performing abroad. Still, regardless of criticism, one thing remains true. Performing on an American stage is not about perfection. It's about exposure and growth.